Hey guys, what's up? My hair's a mess from last night. I feel like now I'm like always eating in videos. I have taquitos. I'm so hungry. Also, I've been seeing you guys like everywhere lately. I met a subscriber at a frat last night, which is kind of crazy. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers and I can't even believe it. So thank you so much for everyone that supports me and watches my videos. I love you guys. So subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed, because I have so many college and lifestyle videos coming out in the coming semesters. It's an act of rebellion to exist confidently in a world that tries to profit off of your insecurities. Just by showing up and existing confidently exactly as you are, you let people that like look like you, think like you, act like you, do the same major as you, feel okay to exist in that space, because you're coming into that space confidently exactly as you are. And that's what I really want to continue doing with my major and with coding, to show up like I can dress really girly and I want to show up like that as a girl and know what I'm doing. I don't want those two things to be exclusive. I don't want to have to dress or act a certain way to be taken seriously. Like, obviously I'm going to act in a professional way, but I don't want to have to act any differently. I don't want to have to overdo it to be seen as equal to other people, specifically guys. Because it's like everything is kind of going against us in the world to be confident, which is absolutely disgusting. Someone just told me they saw a social media post saying that thin eyebrows are in right now. I have thick eyebrows. These are my natural freaking eyebrows. I'm not about to have a trend tell me that my physical features don't look good on me. This is me. This is how I exist. This is how I'm going to continue existing confidently, and like no one can say anything about that anymore, because I've just gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with myself. This is how I look. This is how I present myself. If you have a problem with it, then that is your problem and not mine. Because if you have a problem with it, it's probably because you're not confident in your perception of yourself, so you're kind of you're trying to put it onto my perception of myself. But I am confident in myself, so I'm not going to take that from other people anymore. Like, I've had so many girls in high school even make comments on my body and the size of my body, and then post on social media how much they hate theirs. And I'm like, okay, this is why you're commenting on mine, because you want to bring me to the level of hating yourself that you're at, but I'm not there anymore. I'm not willing to be there anymore and be dragged there anymore. I just want to remind you guys that just by existing confidently in whatever space you choose to exist in and however you choose to present yourself, you're automatically helping so many people that want to do the same thing and that want to have that confidence and find that confidence just by showing up as yourself, confident around them. Because I heard the thing, like, you become like the 5 closest people to you. So if you're surrounding yourself with those people that have that confidence, like eventually that's going to be how you're going to act and how you're going to present yourself. And I feel like that's just incredibly important. I had so much caffeine, and I know I'm talking like really fast, but I don't know, I just feel like some of that stuff had to be said. Yeah, it's okay to not know things. It's incredibly valid to not know things. If you're in high school, if you're in college, if you're out of college, wherever you are in life, as long as you're willing to be like, hey, I don't know this thing. How do you do it? Hey, I would love to learn more about this thing. Can you teach me? You're doing absolutely nothing wrong. You're not admitting to not being smart. That's the more intelligent way to go about it, to openly admit that you don't know something and are willing to learn it. The smartest people know they don't know everything. My brother told me that a few weeks ago, and it really stuck with me. He was like, Leah, you're one of the few people I know that won't just be like, oh yeah, I know that, and will openly admit to not knowing something and willingly learn more about it and just want to expand your knowledge. And that is like one of the best compliments you could probably ever give me, because that is the person I want to push myself towards more and more every day. And don't get me wrong, I get anxious a lot. I have a lot of anxiety, and I just have really been pushing through and trying to like, okay, I know this anxiety exists, but I don't want to give into it, because I know that there are better things on the other side of it and I want to push through it. And I've just been kind of coexisting with it. I'm really happy that I'm able to do that right now. Never feel bad for not knowing something. That is the most important thing I can emphasize in literally everything. I'm in a place right now where I'm jumping headfirst into things I'm not comfortable in yet, and I want to learn. And I feel myself growing so much, even though it can be scary and uncomfortable, but it feels so incredibly good. I did not want to go to the gym for the literal longest time, because I was like, I'm gonna look so dumb. I have no idea what I'm doing. And like, I can't stress to you enough how insignificant that is, because when you actually go into the gym, you're in a community of people who are all there wanting to better themselves physically and mentally, not even giving a shit about what you're doing individually to do so. They're not even looking in your direction. Everyone has their headphones in, they take the weights they need, the weights they require, and that's it. You're just in an environment of everyone zoned in, working really hard individually, and no one is caring about your progress or lack of progress yet or what you're doing. Being in new environments where you're scared and uncomfortable is so cool because there's room to grow every single day. Like every day I go to the gym, even if I can't lift more weight yet, I feel an improvement because I feel my form getting better. Going to new environments and learning new skills allows for progress and growth every single day, and that is so cool and rewarding if you can allow yourself to get past the being too nervous to start. I feel like it's a really big thing in my major, being in engineering and being a girl in computer engineering, to just be like, wow, I feel like I should know so much more. But I just want you guys to know that no one knows as much as they act like they know, and if they do, they were in this spot at some point. And so much of it is your own perception. Like I was in lab and I was in the back of the lab with my friend. It was like getting late into the lab and these two guys were walking over to us and I was like, oh, they must have finished. They're gonna come ask us if we're done, and they probably did the whole thing so fast and they know what they're doing. And they walked right up to us and go, oh, did you guys not finish yet either? That lab was really difficult. We didn't finish it. Like, if they didn't walk up to me and say that, I would have thought that everyone else finished, everyone else knows more than me, and everyone else figured out the lab and knew exactly what they were doing, and I was the only one that didn't finish my code. But then I realized that more than half the class didn't actually finish the code for this lab, and he's literally gonna extend it for us. So even if you don't know what you're doing, show up, work hard, ask the questions. The only way to get there is to sit there and ask the questions that are like that make you a little anxious to ask because you feel like you should know it. Because why should you know it? You're here in this school, in this place, to learn things and improve constantly. And if you don't ask your questions to clarify things, that's on you. But you don't have to come in already knowing all these things that you feel like you have to. And I encourage every single one of you, if you're nervous to start something and feel like you don't know enough, to just go. Show up. If you're the smartest person in the room, you don't even want to be, because who are you learning from? What are you learning? You want to go somewhere where you have room to grow and where you don't know as much. That is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just felt like a lot of this stuff needed to be said, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys.